1.
Slam Van.
And then
Slam Van! Wow, that was
I'm
bad.
gonna try that again.
okay, take 2.
No.
Yeah,
No,
try it again.
no, okay, never mind.
Let's try that again. Okay, are we all ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Slam
Slam
Van!
That was much better.
Huzzah!
Good enough.
Much better.
We are nerds.
We are, and it's great.
I
And
love
we're
it.
Trying.
back. It has been a while. Did you guys do the catch up while I was making a PB&J? Vaguely.
Well, not really. We discussed some moments, but I don't think it was a very comprehensive.
Okay.
We just told Aki some of the stuff that was happening, but I think we could all use real
A
recap.
harder recap, I understand. So let me see if I can remember. The last time we slammed Vans, y'all had made it into the Dreaming Sea. Goodbye, Kitty. You had touched down, let's say, in a very strange land, and you got chased out of it. You got chased across a vast purple desert in a dune buggy, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yes, which
Mhm.
Vivian manifested.
Vivian manifested dune buggy and got you out. It was
Someone
real
put
cool.
thumping great boosters on.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
we
You
put
put
rocket
rocket boosters on it. It was pretty radical.
That's
But you
right.
made it to the sea, and then right before the army chasing you, because that's what it was, caught up with you, you were able to, Magnus, I guess, was able to tried to manifest a boat, and because of his unique condition in this place, manifested himself as a boat. Boat Magnus.
Oh, and then Steve's rowboat joke.
Yes.
Yes.
Hilarious. And you crossed the Dreaming Sea pretty much without, I mean, did anything happen? I don't think anything happened while you guys were traveling. You just,
Tad tried to help.
Tad tried to help and it kind of backfired. You did
Yeah.
almost capsize the boat. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
Almost capsized Magnus' boat.
Wonked out that gun. Magnus threatened to eat someone. And Vivian told him off like a misbehaving pet.
No.
Spray gun. Like,
Yeah.
That's a bad
good.
boat.
She careful there.
Amazing.
Oh God.
a spritzer full of holy water. Just
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a bad boat. That's a bad boat. So then you made it to the island. Correct. Yes. And that's where we
Fiddler's
Yes.
Green. Yeah.
Fiddler's Green, which was a place that y'all had recognized from several other of your dreams. And I'm trying to remember like exactly how we described it right when we got there. It was you touched down on a golden beach, you got off the Magnus boat, which then dematerialized and returned to Magnus. And all around you were the sounds of song and partying and happiness and joy.
and we were following the sentimental smell trail, but it just led to
The scent-
like the middle of the island. There wasn't like a pinpoint.
I don't even think we made it that far. Like I think that we got onto the beach and
Yeah, I followed it to get to the
Positive.
island.
Yes.
Yeah, and we decided not to. We decided to end it because we still didn't know where Jian was.
Correct.
Yes, Rick was less than informative.
Yes.
In his way.
In his way.
Yeah.
Hey, at least when he knows something, he just says it.
Fair. Yep.
So we, Jian, I don't know exactly. I don't know. I had a plan for that, but I think you just are going to end up materializing in there with him. But let's get started. So y'all are on the beach. There is song, laughter, party music, hooray, good times, happiness, joy going off towards like the center of the island. But from where you are, it's just there's no more boat. Magnus's boat has dematerialized, and the waves of the Dreaming Sea are just lapping gently against this beach. And y'all have disembarked, and here you are. what do you want to do?
I was not joking earlier. I'm just gonna look at Magnus and go, I feel like one of us should hold your leash, so to speak. You did just try to eat someone.
I mean,
Yeah, that was scary.
Yeah.
I feel much better now.
Great. You're not a boat anymore.
I think, should we just try to get one of those toddler leashes? Let
me toddler leash,
Well,
just one of
I
those
had a
straps across their chest, and you like hug it
Yeah.
to the back.
Magnus backpack. Yeah, I had other thoughts, but then it makes it difficult for me to shoot a gun. Who wants him? Who wants him?
Well, so as you say, who wants him? I would love for everybody to roll me a weird check.
Oh no.
Plus weird.
Absolutely.
That's a 5 for me.
That's a fail.
Oh no.
Sure is.
That
Here we
is
go.
a 7.
Okay.
But I love
9.
That's
an
9
8.
for Magnus.
Okay. 9 to 8. Okay. And then, okay, we'll get Jian back in a second. Okay, so Magnus, there are enough successes, including your own, that you actually kind of go back to normal. There are too many competing opinions. Your own is, I'm sure, like kind of influencing this as well, right?
Yeah.
As the highest role in mechanical terms, that interpret this to mean the most fervently wishing for yourself to just be freaking normal.
And he, like straightens his cufflinks and like brushes some sand off the back of his sleeve, and like his face starts to settle.
Exactly. So as you are settling, Jian, hey, you are. How do I want to do this? Okay, so you didn't come in with everybody else the same way. If I'm not mistaken, like when they came into the desert, everyone else check me on this. Jian was not there.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes,
Okay.
because Rick asked if she could have been distracted.
Mm-hmm. I think that sounds correct. It's been a while. Okay, so Jian, when you come to, right, after the last thing that you would have remembered is like the ceremony in Vivian's living room, or ceremony, ritual, or spell, or whatever you want to call it. The magic witchy woo in Vivian's living room. And you were expecting, regardless of where you ended up, to at least end up there with everybody else. That is not the case. So what ends up happening is you end up in, when you come to, in this same kind of way that everybody else did, because you came here illegitimately, let's say, and you enter this sort of waiting room space first that is this black featureless void. And you just kind of hang out there until suddenly like reality begins to assemble itself very quickly around you. And we have never, ever brought this up on the show, and now seems like the time. When reality finishes assembling itself, you realize that you are quite familiar with this space. It is a set of dank stone catacombs that you can instantly tie back to the headquarters of your order in previously undisclosed European country. You and I know what it is, but
Yeah.
it's a mystery. So these catacombs are like underneath their headquarters. This is where they would store like artifacts, prophecies, books, scrolls. This is like the storage space, right? And there's so much stuff down here from not only your own order's operation, but the operations that they took over when they kind of assumed control here. That there is like no telling what's down here. There's all kinds of crazy shit. But so when you are in a reality, this is the one that you find yourself in, and you are alone in this hallway, which is lined with very thick old, I don't want to say rotted, but antique wooden doors.
There we go.
Vintage, shall we say. Retro. So what do you do?
First I take in my surroundings, not knowing where I am. At first I'm like, oh shit. Why am I here? Then I'm going to I don't know. I'm gonna like call out for the others, like, are you guys here? Am I supposed to be here? Hello?
So you get no response, but your voice kind of echoes across the empty stone chambers. As you're calling out for them, you get this sudden realization that you're down here because the prior told you to go find the 8th book of prophecies from Saint Philippe the Hidden of Paris, somewhere down in these catacombs.
Okay.
As you realize that, make me a plus weird.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
10.
10. Okay, so you should, good thing you passed that, because if you had failed, you were just gonna forget what you were doing.
Oh, yay. Yay.
So yes, you are
ADHD did not fail me.
able to retain knowledge of what you were supposed to be doing here, right? Like, as you have the thought of like, oh, I need to go find this scroll, you're like, wait, no, I don't. Wait a minute. That's Dream Nun.
Hold on a second.
Exactly. So, yeah, you are able to kind of retain your sense of self and not get sucked into the dream. But you are also made aware of the fact that you probably need to find a way out of here.
Okay. Okay. Do I know the storage space? Like, do I know where the exit is?
Yes, you know there is a set of stairs at the far end of this corridor that will take you back up into the rest of the headquarters.
Okay, I'm going to head there.
Okay. So you pad along your way for a little bit, and because you are conscious of the space that you're in, not just like where you are, but also the fact that you are in fact in a tangible dream, you notice after a few minutes, very quickly actually, that the hallway kind of doesn't end, right? This hallway in reality that you've been to in real life has an end, and you can reach it fairly quickly, but every step that you take towards the staircase, you don't seem to move. You know what I mean? Like the hallway just kind of keeps getting longer and longer in front of you.
Okay. Shit. I'm gonna start calling out names again because I don't know what else to do.
Okay. So you get no response. Yeah, as always, you know, as I said before, the sound of you calling for people just sort of echoes across the rooms. But as you like walk up this hallway trying to get to the door, you hear this sort of ominous like creaky sound.
Oh.
And if you turn and look, one of the doors that you've passed kind of has cracked open.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna go in it. I don't have any other choice.
Okay. So you go in to this room, which is covered in shelves. Like you see all kinds of just weird random trinkets displayed here, most of which neither you nor anybody else in your order has any idea what they do. Because that knowledge is cross-referenced in a section that has not been indexed yet.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you pass like, you know, daggers in glass cases, you know, bangles, baubles, and booyahs. I don't know. I need another B word. And eventually, like, you kind of walk into the back of this room, not really knowing what you're looking for, and you see sitting on a small pedestal in, like, on top of like a velvet pillow, right? A small silver ball. And as you approach it, it starts to hum at you.
Oh,
This like sort of electrical current hum.
Hallie, your expression is scaring me. You're like, and I'm like, why are you like that? So I guess I'm going to approach it, but be cautious because I know that literally fucking anything could happen with this thing.
Smart. It's smart. It's smart. So as you draw closer, the hum gets louder and the thing starts to vibrate on top of its stand. Like, I don't want to, like, I'm going to do that over here. Actually, I just thought about that. Damn it. Tired. Fine. God, why do I feel like at some point in my life that shot is gonna get clipped out and used against me in the worst possible way?
For sure.
Don't manifest it.
Ball vibrating, humming.
Cool. That's cool. I guess against my better judgment, I'm gonna touch it.
Okay, so you touch it. Tad,
Yes.
the nearly identical ball in your pocket, begins to hum and vibrate as you and the rest of the group are standing on the beach.
I'm gonna take it out of my pocket and look at it because I
Yeah.
don't remember my phone being shaped this way. And
That was so fast. It was so fast.
Oh god, just new shiny ball. Who dis? Like, just,
move on through this. Yeah, but I take out the ball of good vibes, or I don't know, vibes, and and I don't know. Guess I boop it.
You poop it.
Where are the numbers? Wait, make it do numbers.
No, not like I'm gonna like knock on it, like
Siri? I don't, just,
Yeah.
Alexa? Alexa?
look, my ball's buzzing.
Bali? Is that what do you go by?
Yeah.
So Tad, you take it out of your pocket and boop it.
I booped the ball.
Okay.
I booped
And
the
so
buzzing ball.
when when you do that, everyone else hears this as well. You get this like deep resonant chime, right? This like bing that like shakes kind of the air around you. And Jian, you actually hear the same one emanating from your ball.
You hear a quiet what?
Bing!
This is a quiet what?
like a tuning fork. Yeesh.
Like
Yeah.
a tuning fork. Yes, exactly. And as you do, this applies to both balls.
Frequently does.
Both.
There it is.
That was very well played.
That was good.
That was tasty. The orbs.
Continue. Yes.
The orbs both shoot up into the air, about 8 feet off the ground. The bottoms, like the how do I not have like a fucking ball or something? Oh my god. Son of a bitch, hang on.
What?
We're doing
We'll be
prop
right
work
back.
now?
Ball.
Wait, since when did we do prop work?
I know. I was like,
I mean,
shit.
Steve has been the
I mean, we had
entire
the
time.
skull.
I mean, we have the Tom.
We had Tom.
The Toms.
Tom.
Tom.
I'm slightly worried he's going to return with a vibrating silver ball. I'm not going to lie.
I- Who knows?
What-
Very, very specific.
What is that even for? Like, I
Yeah,
don't...
what did you do?
Where did you get that?
Okay,
Okay,
it's normal
fair
ball.
enough.
Okay.
Okay.
Dog
Okay.
Now we wrap it in tinfoil.
Yeah,
And then
well,
Yeah.
a ball of
it's
good
good. No,
boys.
no, no.
Mavis, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you these questions. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Dog's ball.
Oh, poor doggo.
Can y'all see her?
No.
No.
You're gonna throw it now,
Ah.
right? That's her.
Whoa.
Ah,
Whoa.
Fix
Whoa.
it. Let me fix it.
Uh,
That's the floor.
this is gonna be the weirdest recording.
Oh, she was just creeping at the door.
Oh.
maybe.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, there she is.
Hello.
Aw.
Baby!
Puppy.
Puppy wants.
Aw.
Puppy
Mavis,
wants
I'm
the
sorry.
ball.
Did you just take it?
And then Steve throws it 8 feet into the air.
need it. Bring it back to me. Damn it. All right.
Well played.
And fail.
Just do this.
You
Just do this.
win. She
Do
wins.
this.
Like, hey, that's mine.
Yeah. That's exactly what just happened. She came in, took it, and then went downstairs. Anyway, so like the bottom of the balls after they raise into the air, like split open, right? In these sort of like wedge segments, and kind of just like unfold on the bottom hemisphere, the side facing the ground. Both of them then kind of increase the pitch of their hum, and you see this like purple light shoot out of the bottom and then like whoop, kind of expand to the sides to make a large space of purple light. Everybody would see that.
Ah.
I don't think I did this.
You booped it.
It was buzzing.
How did you even bring that into a dream? Rio,
It's a god.
what is
it's
this?
vibes. I know.
God damn it.
We found it while doing the research.
It's late here, okay?
Ooh.
Erica, what the hell is this?
Yeah, this is your responsibility. It's from your library.
Is your
Lord,
paperweight?
please.
Well,
Like,
I've been picking up a lot of things that seem like they might have some kind of connection or use, and this just seemed like one of them.
Erica, you can roll me a weird or a I guess weird or sharp. I would take or investigate a mystery. There we go.
Yeah, that seems like
Yeah.
the thing to do. So that
That one is sharp. I'm fairly certain.
Yeah.
It's sharp.
okay, that's an 11.
Woo.
Fuck yeah.
I
Okay,
know what this is.
you do. You don't know exactly what it is. But
Yeah.
you know what is happening here. So, the effect that you are seeing, you remember reading about as a transportation effect, right? That this is some sort of gate or doorway. It isn't possible to know what is on the other side without going through it. But there has to be an other side somewhere.
Okay, well, I will tell the letters that it's kind of like a key for a gate, and something is going to come through.
Excited there for a second, like, yay, secret portal. But now I'm like, oh no, secret portal.
Gun out, just like so.
Yeah.
We brought a teleportation device into the dreaming sea. This is like putting a bag of holding inside of a bag of holding. Like we're fucked.
We're fucked.
Well,
Magnus
mean-
just looks deeply concerned that I'm not even supposed to be in here, and we just opened a door. Like,
Exactly.
oh no.
well,
Oh, I'm
let's
gonna get in so much trouble.
You're not even supposed to be here today.
Well, we haven't died yet.
Should we run?
Can
Nah,
Jian
we
touch
shoot.
the purple light.
Okay. Yeah, Jian, what do you do?
I'm touch the purple light.
You touch the purple light. So everybody on the other side sees a very hesitant finger. I don't think you can identify based on that alone, but like a very tentative finger pass through the gate and then retract.
Hello.
Do I hear the hello?
No, you don't hear
Damn
it.
it.
You don't hear them from the other side.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at the portal thingy, and then I'm just gonna boop the light.
Um,
Finger
Like-
goes the other way.
Yeah, so Jian, you see a different finger come through on your side.
Well.
Was anyone in there?
I mean, you don't feel any like so you like
I
pass
know.
your hand through and it just kind of feels like open empty space. But like, you know, you don't feel your hand doesn't feel like it's, you know, getting lit on fire or something.
I'm gonna put my whole hand through and wave.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put your whole hand through and wave. Tad, you are standing right in front of the gate, and Jian's head pops through and like tries to wave, but gets you right in the chest on accident. It's not violent. It's not violent, right?
I
It's
know.
just like,
That's
oh,
that's probably that's the cue when Magnus just like he assumes Tad is under attack and just like grabs the wrist.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
just pull.
so yeah, you get yanked through this purple doorway. You stick your hand through to wave, and you feel something grab you roughly by the wrist and just like, and you come spinning through it and onto the beach.
Just
Jian!
there's just a Magnus stood there with like his other hand pulled back, like just.
There's a shotgun pointed at you. It's just like, oh shit. Never mind.
Oh, that's not necessary. Never mind.
Jian like hears your voice like, am I out of the room?
We're on
Jian!
the beach.
You are on a beach now with everybody else.
It seems like you are out of the room.
And
How can we be sure it's Jian? He's still like circling the thing, like.
Tad, ask Jian a question only Jian would know the answer to. There's a lot of thinking going on here.
Yeah, right.
Where do you live?
I live with Tad.
Where?
in
Specifically.
it?
Whose basement?
Tad's basement. Well, Tad's mom's basement.
Ah!
Yeah,
That's Jian.
that's Jian. Excellent.
Pretty sure it's Jian, man.
Where were you?
Okay, how do I explain this? First I was in a void, then I was back at my headquarters. Now I'm here.
It
Okay.
just looks to Rick like.
The fuck?
Rick like shrugs over. I forgot he was here. Rick like shrugs over at you like, fuck, I don't know. We came in here through one of the weirdest doors possible. Honestly, I'm surprised more didn't go wrong.
Could that get us out?
What, the ball thing?
Yeah, you
Why?
I don't-
No,
you said it goes to your
take you back-
headquarters.
Well, no, it's like a dream version of my headquarters.
Yeah, it might. I mean, those things are like, I don't honestly know what that is. I mean, it seems like it's some kind of transportation gate, which is handy, but I don't think those sort of things have like the ability to cross dimensions, right? Because that's effectively what we're doing here.
Okay.
It is handy to know what that does, though. How did you've had that for a while, right? And he looks over at Tad. I remember you were saying you wanted to bring it in with you.
Yeah, I grabbed it in Erica's library earlier, like just this morning, because it was shiny and it gave me a good feeling. And I mean, I was right. It brought G to us.
That's
So
true.
maybe it sensed that I was missing them.
Aw.
Rick kind of like blinks a few times at that. Sure. But it's never done anything like that before. It's never hummed or vibrated or, opened a
No, the only
purple
vibes I
portal
were
to
getting were like a feeling.
a feeling. Okay.
I like look at the ball. I'm like, wait, that was on my side too.
What?
Yeah. Rick's like, it's not surprising. I would assume that these things would be some sort of like network, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it vibrated when I got close to it. I don't know why me specifically, but that's what happened.
Well, I don't know if it would do that in reality. right? But in a
True.
dream space, you have a little bit more control over what's going on. And if your dream space is rendering something like that, then presumably you saw it at some point in your actual life. But how do I put this? If you were intent on finding the rest of us, you probably received a little bit of guidance towards that goal.
Okay, that makes sense.
But it is interesting. So you touched it on your side.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Against my better judgment.
Well, it seems like a good thing that you did. And obviously, when he looks back over at Tad, you've been handling that thing a decent amount since you got it, right?
Nope.
Yeah,
Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke.
I wouldn't.
No, I'm telling myself to not make the joke.
I thought that was also for me too.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I was
well,
like, yeah, no, I appreciate
nope,
that.
Nope. Mm-mm. Okay. Continue.
I can't say anything now. Yes,
You
period.
effectively told the joke anyway.
Everyone insert your favorite ball fondling joke here.
Yep.
And they'll take a minute to privately laugh at it, and we're good.
Yay.
Resume.
Resume. Well, I wonder why this is the first time something has happened. That's interesting. I would keep an eye on that. I also don't know. I don't know how I feel about you carrying it around all the time, not knowing how to activate it or turn it off. But at the same time, I also don't like it being unattended. Because this time it was, a friend coming through, but who knows what happens next time.
Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe the next time when we're back, maybe we leave it with Tom, or we find. I have questions. I have more questions
We could
for
ask
Tom.
we could ask Tom about it. He knows everything. Not that he is straightforward about it, but you know.
He does know everything though. Good little bastard.
Okay, so teleporty silver orbs. Okay, weird that it was in Jian's dream space. Super strange.
Yeah, it was in my headquarters storage room, which is why I didn't question it, because that place has fucking weird things everywhere.
Maybe it was because,
It's
I showed
spooky
you a
down
weird
there.
thing and you didn't know what it was. And now you looked in a place where they keep weird things and you were like, that's like the one that Tad has. And then it brings you to me.
But okay.
I didn't think of that, but I should have. So you have
Maybe
a good
it was
point.
subconscious.
Maybe it was
This is-
subconscious.
But we're already in. Okay.
This is hardly the first interplanar door you've come across, Tad. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's true. That's true.
That's fair.
Not that I don't enjoy this roundabout conversation, but I got an itchy trigger finger, and I would really like to find John and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, I was just about
That's
to say
true.
that because
Well,
I
like-
just got here. So
Yeah.
Well,
like,
he's
this-
yeah.
This is most likely the place.
Yeah.
okay.
It's
You
the
guys
place
got it.
from the dreams.
I mean, it sounds like a party, so
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sure it's gonna be not too hard to find him, right?
Erica,
Like,
I adore you, but I think you just jinxed us.
It's not finding him that's the problem. It's extricating him if he decides to be.
What do we do if we find the
Difficult.
fiddle?
We take that as well.
And
I have a responsibility to return.
fair enough.
But he
All
couldn't.
persons and items owed.
Oh, okay.
Question. If could John in any way have brought the real fiddle with him to the Dreaming Sea? Or would it just be like a manifestation of his memory of it?
I mean, you brought the ball, but even if he didn't, that
Yeah, like
memory might be useful in finding it.
like didn't you say, Rick, that like everything we have here is just like our thoughts of it?
Rick,
Like my big gun.
nods back and forth. So sort of. Normally, yes. Look, this is just an entirely weird and strange situation, right? And he kind of looks over at Magnus, and he knows this. Like, I can kind of just step between these places, and it's a little different for me. Getting y'all in here was much more of a chore and a challenge, and so the answer is partially, maybe, kind of.
Right.
Your ball, right, is your ball because you brought it with you. You may be a manifestation of yourself in this space, but for all intents and purposes, you are as real as it gets. You are, because of the manner of your entry here, made of much more real and tangible things than the rest of reality here.
Which is
So
why we were told we can't die here.
Exactly.
If we do, bad shit happens.
Exactly. So it's a bit dicey. Some of your weapons and stuff, the dune buggy, all that, the things that you have called into being since we came here are they're dream things. They exist for the dreams. But the thing with the fiddle and Jian, though, is that he did not come here, presumably, the way that we did.
Right.
So he would have almost, unless there was a very well put plan into place, almost no way that I can think of to translocate an object with him at the moment of his death. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, this is weird enough that I don't necessarily want to rule anything out, but I can say with some certainty that is an unlikely scenario. But a great question.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, Rick.
Yeah.
We should have thought of this beforehand, but manifesting things the way we have been here, does that have a cost? To us physically?
See, not necessarily. Except for him, and he points at Magnus.
Well, right. The weird one aside.
The weird one aside, the rest of you are fairly, and he quotes, regular humans, right? I can't do quite as much with the dream stuff. There's a bit more involved for me doing it, which is why I've been letting y'all kind of run the show on that. But there shouldn't be, because you're supposed to be here. Maybe not like this, but the realm expects you. This side of the Dreaming Sea, at least, is willing and able to conform to your wishes.
Okay. Just making sure that one of us wasn't going to overextend.
Well, when you look back over at Magnus, it's still entirely possible.
Well, and again, like, him aside. Okay. Hey, can we find this bastard and get the fuck out of here? Because I'm just completely worried that the longer we're here, Magnus is going to try to eat someone again. Jian, Magnus almost ate someone.
Oh, lovely.
Yep.
There's also the ever so slight problem of the wraith that was hanging around in his body, so who knows what else we're going to.
All right.
Ooh,
Oh,
I
I
might get
forgot
to
about that.
shoot something.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. We need to go. He's looking a little.
Yeah, let's get a move on.
Magnus is checking a pocket watch, on a chain, from inside his jacket on a chain. We should get a move on.
And go.
Okay. So you proceed off down the little path off into the forest, off the beach. Off. If I could say off a few more times, that would be great. And you walk deeper into the actual island proper, right? What is interesting is that no matter how far you go, it's not like Jian was experiencing. Kitty, stop chewing on my microphone cord. If it's not like what Jian was experiencing in the catacombs, where it just kind of endlessly expanded no matter how far they went, this, obviously you are making progress here. But no matter what, the songs and all the sounds that you've been hearing since you arrived are consistently distant. It never feels like you're drawing closer to them.
Oh.
You probably noticed that after about 5 or 10 minutes of walking.
Okay.
Pretty sure that should be getting closer by now.
Yeah. Oh, is this like a by our powers combined thing? Like, we all need to think about being in the middle of the party and then we're there in the middle of the party.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of how we got here, right? Like, you made the distance in the desert, like, whoop, get smaller, and then
Oh, shit.
I manifest brought us closer to the island. Maybe it's
Right.
that kind of situation.
Well, Magnus, you're still getting a scent.
About that.
Oh, shit.
So you know how when you put a magnet near a compass
Yeah.
and it just like freaks the hell out?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's how you feel. It's behind you. It's in front of you. It's to your left. It's to your right.
Oh.
No, it's slightly off in that direction. Wait, no, it's behind me again. Is it up? Wait, no.
Squirrel guts below the ground. We've got to start digging.
Yeah.
Something is interfering.
Like blocking you?
It's moving, or it's everywhere, and then it's in a spot. I'm not entirely.
Oh.
John just in the air around us?
Yeah. John?
John is
Should we
doing
hold the seance?
time.
It's like the music, right? It's everywhere, but it's not any closer or further or.
There's no
Mhm.
focal point.
So,
Cool.
Yeah, Rick like looks around. We're clearly missing something here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been here before, and this is not this hard normally.
Is it?
But I've never been with. He looks back at I don't want to say hangers on, but companions.
Could the wraith thing be blocking us?
Rick,
or is
I
it
don't
just us?
think so.
Okay.
That thing could not have existed in John's body before he died.
Okay.
That would require an empty space to fill.
But
it'd
the
be
thing
just-
that conjured it, maybe? Could be blocking.
Eventually, they'd have to know what we were doing and be actively trying to stop us.
Who would that
Um,
be?
I mean, he's avoiding extradition,
So it
to
could
hell.
be John.
being prepared, and having
Yeah.
unusual friends.
Yeah.
Maybe we're just thinking too hard about this.
Erica, when you say that, that just means I get to shoot something. I would like to just go back to that point again.
And Rick like looks around. What are we missing?
I'm very much going to enjoy killing Mr. Daniels.
Oh no!
As like Rick is looking around, he like kind of perks up for a second and he goes, "Oh, wait a minute." And he walks off and kind of like pushes aside some branches and you lose him in the forest for a second. But as you lose him, he goes, "Oh, there it is."
That was convenient.
There's what? Was it that?
Nope.
I'm gonna follow the
Find
voice.
something, mister?
I don't like this.
There is nothing back there.
What the fuck?
He's gone.
He's gone.
Rick, you're not here.
Rick?
Can you hear us?
Nope.
Well,
Okay, maybe we do have to like manifest it or something.
That's what,
what
I'm
if we have to
wondering.
split up?
Oh no!
Um,
No,
That
maybe
is-
that's what it was. Maybe like he walked off by himself and then he could find it. Maybe it's because we're grouped together as living, thinking. Well, not living for all of us, but you know, like thinking beings.
But like, I don't think that's a good idea to
Okay, good.
split off.
'Cause I
into
didn't
two.
want to do that. Okay.
Okay. Well, I have out of game. I have one thing I want to do.
Mm.
Yeah.
My special weird move, trust your gut.
Yep.
Usually it's going to either save us or kill us, and that's
Yay!
what I
Do
want.
it.
Yep, that's yep.
That'll
Yeah,
work.
That's what happens when you
Yeah,
trust,
let's
right?
kill.
Oh,
we
that's
help?
that's a 13.
Holy motherfucker!
Yes.
Thank
20 likes us today.
Okay, so trust your gut. It's on a 10 or more, the keeper will tell you where you should go. Wherever that is, it will be important, and I get a +1 ongoing on the way to this place.
Fuck.
In guts.
Everybody,
Yes!
put your hands up.
That was a great time to have a
Yep.
critical success.
Age of the geek, baby. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Erica like watches Rick, and she watches like the rest of they watch the rest of y'all like looking for him, can't find him, and then you kind of just like get this weird hunch of a feeling that splitting up actually is the right thing to do. And you just like go, oh, there it is, and turn and walk off behind a bush.
Yeah,
And we'll address what happens to you in a second.
cool. So I'm just leaving these 4 chuckleheads behind.
Well, hopefully you're gonna lead by example, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Eric.
What
But from
the-
their perspective, I just disappeared.
Yes.
Should we do a
Okay.
Scooby Doo?
Well, so from Erica's perspective, you did nothing happen. Like you just walked behind a tree, and then you were like, oh, it's right here. Everybody, but like if you turned around to look for them, you wouldn't
Yeah.
see them.
Mm-hmm.
And if they look for you, they don't find you.
Yeah.
Jian is going to just instinctively just grab Tad's arm, like, don't go anywhere.
Yeah, we just lost our 2 paranormal experts. I don't really feel safe.
And I'm very worried what's gonna happen to Magnus if we all try to just wander.
Oh, right.
Okay, maybe
But-
I stay with Tad, you stay with Magnus, and we'll see if that works.
Okay.
If not, then we split up
Oh,
completely.
So-
okay.
Someone is there who knows who I am, and someone who is here. Who, as long as I'm not last, we should be.
Yeah, that's
I
kind of what I was
think-
thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like if they have ended up where we're supposed to go, and you do the thing, then we'll probably be fine.
or
It'll
we're
be
all gonna
fine.
die. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
That's been this. Yeah.
Okay. So,
So we should just like tell ourselves we're right where we need to be. Like,
Sure.
oh look, there it is, and then I walk away.
Yep. And so you do that, and
I
I'm
died
hugging
behind a
his
bush.
arm, by the way.
okay. Oh, you're hugging Tad's arm.
Yeah, I'm just like, so you're not staying with me? No.
Okay, so nothing, Tad, nothing happens.
I wanted to try the thing.
Well, that you've got a Jian hanging on you.
Yeah, I'm telling that to Jian. Like,
Oh,
But
Magnus just like
I can't leave
picks
you
up a fistful
alone.
of sand and lets it run through his fingers, and then just very like
Hold-
straightens his
hold
collar,
on.
does a button.
hold on. Just take this, and I'm gonna give him a bullet.
just a bullet.
Just a bullet.
Okay.
Now, do you think I would willingly offer that if it wasn't of dire circumstance?
I mean,
don't-
you have plenty.
That's what I was gonna say. You definitely got plenty.
It's like
I didn't
And
mean it that
everyone
way, but
counts.
sure. Fine, be a smartass, Magnus.
Are you gonna write his name on it?
No, just-
Magnus's bullet.
I don't know. I don't know how this place works.
You know how they say that out there's a bullet with your name on it?
on it.
But if I owned the bullet, with my name
Yeah,
on it-
yeah.
oh,
got it on it. Got it on a necklace.
oh,
Like,
Baldric.
yeah.
If you
The
want to
chances
go,
of me getting
go.
hit with it are very small.
Then you won't be last. And
He just like
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. You should go first.
closes it in his fist, and like looks like at Tad, not like in their eyes, or whatever, but just like looks at them, takes a minute, and then just turns around and strides off.
Okay. So that, yeah, you see Magnus pop behind a bush, and then you don't see him come back out.
Okay. Tattered
I
Jian.
think it's the like tree thing. He like takes a stride in that you should see a foot the other side and just
Yeah.
Nice.
Cartoon style.
Jian slowly lets go of your arm, Tad, and says, "If I don't find you again, I'm gonna kill you."
What a great threat.
I've been told these words before, and no one has succeeded quite yet. I'll see you in a minute. Don't worry.
and they'll succeed eventually.
And then I'm gonna say, "Oh, there it is," and dive behind a bush.
Yep, same thing happens for you. And now Jian and Vivian are just standing in this clearing.
Jian just like looks at Vivian, looks at a tree, looks at Vivian, looks at a tree. Oh, there it is. Walks.
Yep.
I was just waiting for a full-on like. So how's things? Just,
Well, now that everybody else,
I'm avoiding that.
So I'm gonna get to everybody else in here in a second. So Vivian, you are alone in this clearing as Jian is like, oh, there it is, and then just disappears behind a tree. And so as I'm assuming the oh fuck is out loud, because as you fuck, suddenly the party erupts around you. So everybody else kind of came in here more piecemeal, but like as you sort of stepped in, you are in exactly the same place. Like you are where you would spatially expect to be in the forest, just in what seems like the right version of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There are lanterns and lights hung from the trees. You see, kegs and like giant flagons of all kinds of stuff. While there's just this incredibly strange mishmash of people having what just looked like a fucking rager. Like there is, now that you are here, you don't just hear the one set of music, you hear like 7 or 8. But they're all kind of tangentially related, but they all sound different, but they all like, it doesn't sound like competing. It is the weirdest musical experience, but it works. And these, like every time that one of you steps in, all of the beings immediately around you like turn and face you and like, yeah, and like,
Oh!
a couple of them like throw their glasses off into the woods.
I love it.
There's like a full on like the dwarves stumbling upon the wood elves in Mirkwood. I don't know how many people are gonna have as vivid of an image as I do for that.
I was gonna reference it as a very drunk dwarven party, but yeah, that's
Yeah, no, this is exactly what happens. And so everyone is like, but they kind of acknowledge that you come in and then go back to their carousing.
nice.
As
But-
soon as Jian enters, I am looking for Tad.
I'm still. I mean, I sort of jumped, so I'm on the floor, I guess, and I'm standing up. This is a party.
all of you seem like, you came in through like the same clearing area, so you pop out all close to each other, and Rick is like kind of waiting for you, holding like a giant flag, like a giant tanker. Okay, but Vivian, you don't like do the tree disappear. You show up like right in the middle of it, and the entire like surrounding area erupts in this like big final like woo-hoo!
Nope.
And a lot of people are looking at you.
I just
Get this lady a drink.
Oh God. Well, I mean, yes, but sure.
Yes, but oh god.
yeah, kind of like she'd had a thought once everyone was gone, and then when this happened, she was like, "Well, I can't do that." So,
as y'all are kind of getting acclimated, you see a figure step out of the crowd towards you. It is a, how do I put this? This thing looks like a tree person. Like for anyone versed in the supernatural or like mythology and lore, dryad would seem to be the appropriate term.
Okay.
This very lithe, slender tree person.
Yeah.
I want to get hug Tad's arm protectively.
steps out of the crowd, holding like a silver platter covered in like flagons and tankards.
Words are hard.
I love that you just smashed those two together. That was good.
Flaggards.
Flaggards.
Flangers.
New Oxford English Dictionary, get back to me.
Hello?
Yeah. Hi, I'd like to submit a frindle.
Yeah.
If anybody gets that joke?
I don't, but it sounds great.
We are. That's not. It's
not.
It is the nichest joke ever. So, this dryad walks over to you, holding this silver platter covered in cups, and just kind of offers it out into the middle of your group. Welcome to Fiddler's Green. Here you are. First round, and every round is on us.
Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna take it and down it.
Okay. So the liquid inside is this very bright gold. It's definitely alcohol. It's definitely something. It doesn't like have that.
Please tell me it's like really strong mead.
So when you drink it, to quote the master, it's slightly like having your brain smashed out by a large gold brick wrapped in a slice of lemon.
I was so hoping.
I was waiting.
It's not a Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster, but it feels like it. Erica, you are able to recognize this on sight because it is very commonly referred to in ancient literature as like liquid ambrosia.
Mm-hmm.
This is a divine feasting beverage.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the effect is like a Pan-Galactic Gargle Blaster, but it is very tasty.
I think Vivian just kind of was like, "Oh motherfucker."
It is like getting hit with a sledgehammer.
I need a second. I
Are you all right?
I think so.
Rick takes his and just kind of does like the make sure just like dumps it behind his shoulder.
Those are all at once.
Yeah,
No promises.
very careful with the ambrosia. It will.
Fuss it up.
Yeah, mine is just water. So they don't ask me questions. He's already got the other one in his hand. I just like dumped it in here when we got here because I don't like it when they ask. This is not the time.
No, it's not. Hey, I have a gun.
Yeah, maybe we just keep that in the holster for now. I don't think we're gonna need it here.
Okay. Hey, Don? Is Don here?
Don?
Don
And he looks over at the rest of you. Do we know a Don?
Is Don Daniels here?
For once
Don
in your life,
fails.
you see Jian genuinely laughing.
I'm glad this is funny. I can't feel my tongue.
Magnus is just like gets in front of Vivian and is just like,
Don't you snap at me. Fuck who?
And Rick is like laughing under his breath, and he's like, "So when the dreamers and stuff have a much easier time processing the effects of that. I can't remember the last time I saw a breathing human drink it. That is gold.
Is this bus way?
Yes, actually.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So,
Sorry.
but he looks around at the rest of you and he's like, "This is actually kind of advantageous for us. I'm going to tell you why. To really sort of fit in with the denizens." And he like points at these people. Like, I want to point out this isn't like a Dothraki wedding levels of debauchery where unless there's like 5 murders, it's a dull affair. This just looks like a very raucous like party. There's a lot of people like playing games. There's people, you know, standing in circles and drinking. Like there's fires. There's tables and tables of food. Like, but there's not like, you know, straight up fucking going on that you can see. I want to draw that distinction. This isn't like a crazy hedonism, eyes wide shut sort of deal.
It's like the main stage at a festival. No.
Yes,
Yeah,
there
yeah,
you
yeah.
go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So really, it's Ren Fair late at night.
A music festival is actually a pretty great way to think about this. Because like you can see these different stages with like different sets of musicians playing and like you know just that sort of like huge contained party atmosphere.
Magnus does not fit in.
No.
Like he's not even making the pretense of.
Well, and Magnus, I actually want to point out this is kind of an interesting people watching experience for you especially. It is for everybody because you all see this, but I think that you, given your age, probably have like a little more personal interest, right? Because like as you're looking around at these people, their clothes aren't, there's no consistency here, right? They're not all like in robes or something like that. They seem to have arrived in, for a lot of them, uniform, right? You see a lot of people in like sailor uniform. You see a lot of what look like cavalry officers. The musicians don't seem to be doing that. They seem to be wearing more like formal attire. But like you see, I mean, what you would recognize is like a Roman cavalryman, right? You see what you would recognize as like a Frankish knight, like a Templar. You see, you know, a Civil War era Union cavalryman, like palling around with like 6 others. This is like a weird microcosm of history happening before you.
It's not like Valhalla or whatever, where they all tend to be from like one sort of
no what is
time
interesting
bracket.
is
This is like a full-on.
This is profession based, it seems.
Yeah. Which it's probably not unique, but it is probably like unusual.
It is. These sorts of places are weird.
Yeah.
I would say that in your experience in the hotel and with other supernatural beings, the superstitions of mortals are known to be very driving factors, right? And because of their ability to shape not just their immediate reality with their actions, but the larger supernatural reality with their beliefs. If a story gets passed around long enough and by enough people, such things will happen. And people in the line of danger, such as, well, cavalrymen and sailors, often have something like this as their quote unquote Valhalla idea.
Yeah.
The fact that it is so there's so many different things represented here just means this is an old idea that is long taken root, no matter what you call it.